I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA's review. Today is March 13, Wednesday, 2024. Hope you had a good day during this crazy, shitty day. Okay, long story short, I'm going to try to make this short, but decided to get into this trade at the end of the day here, only because it came back and it snapped right back to the gap. So yesterday I was saying that we want to pull up here. I kind of show it to you here. We want to pull up and then retrace back and then buy back up. So the problem with this scenario is that you're not going to probably get the push, the expansion today. So the problem with that is I do drop the ball, and where I dropped the ball is I didn't take the sell at 9:30. The reason why I could have, it was because it's pretty obvious. So for example, when we try to make this simple, man. So when we came up, that's drive one. Then we came up, drive two, retrace, second higher low, finale, drive three. Then you want the retrace. What does the retrace look like? Well, comes down, breaks that low, retraces back up, sells, retraces, comes down, retraces back up, like a support resistance idea, sells, right? So you're on this side of the curve, and I should have sold. The reason why I didn't sell is because I wanted it to wick up and wipe out that liquidity. And it didn't do that. Obviously, I could have got in at the previous candle, and I made a bad choice. So what did it do? Shot down. When it shot down, I was like, "Fuck, man, I missed it." So now I have to wait. Price is coming down. I gotta wait for it to come down here. So if you're measuring, let's see here. If you're measuring, so this is the range you're in, because that was that higher low that you have to watch yesterday's video so it makes sense, but this was the higher low, and then we make the range high, which is here. Take the bodies, and when the price comes down, you generally want to get into either a 61 or a 70, right? As a general gist, right? And on this side of the curve of the range, you want to see them wipe some liquidity out, which was yesterday, which I was trying to get that buy yesterday, remember? If you watched the video. So we came down, and we also got into this daily block. So it was much deeper than I thought, but that was the idea of buying, right? So my day was shitty because of the fact it wasn't bad, but it was just frustrating. But let me kind of go to 1 minute so you can see this. So when the price comes down here, now I know if we want to go up, we want to take some liquidity out, just like when we took this liquidity out yesterday with the data. When we took that right here, and then we shot up. I always want to buy if I'm buying after some type of raid, right? So when I took this trade here, I'm sure you could follow me here. When I took this trade here, obviously it was up $5,000. Then the problem also with this scenario is, number one, it didn't raid. Number two, we just got into this. What this blue line is that daily block. We just got in it, so that's the reason why I took it, because it's a very sensitive area, which, as you can see, but I had the risk of it coming against me, which it perfectly did. Right, came and raided, so I lost here, and at this point, I take the buy here because now we've got a raid, right? And then this shit was just taking way too long. So you could see here, I don't know why this screenshot's so ugly. I was trying to do it probably so quick. But I got it filled here when it dropped in, and so we have the gap. So that gap is the purpose of also buying, again with the 70, right? And we're below the daily block. So I don't know why it looks so fucking ugly like that. But anyways, I held it till here. We took out that piece of liquidity, 3 drives, and then I was done. And then the purpose of taking the trade out is because you've got, I mean, look at this. If this is a shift, then it has all reason to retrace back, right? And we had some gaps here, and I was like, on the 15, on the 5 minute too. So I was like, man, fuck that. So done. I can't expect today to deliver the push because of the fact that what do I expect? Do I expect this daily candle to flip? It's yes, could it have turned into an indecisive day like that, or were we closed by the high, or we closed by the open? I was trying to go for that, but it didn't. It wasn't realistic, man. So, and that's the case. So, while while I'm sitting here getting prepared for the video, fucking, they shoot this bitch down all the way here. So when this happened, I'm thinking to myself, okay, why would you do that? Right? Super fucking shady, super dirty, period. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. But the purpose is, it's like, okay, if you're gonna keep going up, maybe you did this to wipe everybody out before going up, right? So I decided to get in. Now I get in. I don't. Now it would happen so fast. I was like, but here it doesn't show it on my 1 minute chart, but it tagged that gap again perfectly, like perfectly. Like, let's see, like that's not a variation. That's perfect, right? So because of that and understanding that they just wiped out everybody who's buying, I was like, okay, it's fucking dirty to keep going up. So I could be wrong. I don't have expectations with this trade, but I plan on holding this till Thursday or Friday to see if we shoot up to the next gap. Where's the next gap? It would be the previous week gap right there. You can see it on my chart, and then it would ultimately wipe out those people who sold, and then the people who got into these shorts quickly here. Right, so that's the game plan for this trade. Is this a smart trade? No. Do I like my entry? Not at all. Do I like where my stop is? No, but I'm not gonna take any more risk. So when the price shot down and hit that gap on the 5 minute, let me go to 5 minute. On the 5 minute, we closed here, right? All right, and then this price came down and then popped up. So I got in here. All right. So I got in here. That's a gap. That's nice to see. And then I put my risk here. Now the risk should be here at 50%, and I'll probably get stopped out. But I'm only taking this trade with the understanding that I just completely gave you, right? So we'll see what happens. But there would be no other reason for you to come down like that quickly, but to wipe out people who are trying to get up if it's going to buy more. That's the logic. I could be totally wrong. The news could come out and this thing can come even lower. This is central location. This is super neutral in a way. We're still bullish in the sense, but like that was the logic for taking it. I made a split decision and I did it. I don't like this entry and I don't like this stop, but so far it is panning out, right? So I'm hoping now that the day ends, we close, we don't take out our previous day low, which would be today's low. And then we open up and we just kind of start pushing up on this candle. I was expecting a second bullish candle, but the way it stalled and the way it took forever, I was like, that shit's out of the water. We didn't even tap the opening gap here at all. So that's how the day panned out. So super, for me, this is a ugly day, but we'll see if it turns out to be pretty good. Took the couple losses, and that was my last attempt, and then it was super stalling, and I was like, nah, fuck, I'm good. I made a good decision. Could it have been this a sell? Yeah, because it was stalling out, and again, because it's a bearish day, I mean, you really don't expect it to flip at the end of the day, so this could have been another sell. So again, if I was to recap what I would have liked to have done today, what I would have liked to have done is sold from the fucking open. And pre-open, even from here, I saw it. I was like, bro, this is gonna sell, no problem. You expected the retrace. This is fine, but I was greedy for a better entry, period. And then when it got to here, I was like, I'm not fucking taking that, even though this was the next entry right here. See this imbalance? It held, price got held inside it, right, and then it shot down. So what did we look for? 3 drives. Well, we got 1, 2, 3. And then now I'm tapping that daily block, And I said, fuck it, let me take that. I took that, lost again. I was like, fuck it, man. You know, then we get a raid here. I'm like, this is my last attempt for the day. You know, and then when you're doing pretty good for so many days, I had a feeling this was gonna be a fucking shitty day for me. And it was. But and then this panned out beautifully, which was good. No problem. I'm very grateful for that. But and then now we got this. So I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna hold. I'll be honest with you. I mean, it's a little suspect, but it could be that double bottom that we need to push up for expansion. And I will tell you this right now: if it doesn't expand, this thing's falling. The historical data shows that we should be buying, but there's a lot of shit down here, and I've been, trying to stay positive for the bullish side. But if we don't expand, if we do not expand, we're falling. And there's no other really way I can put this. So this is kind of where we're at. Let's take a look at the other, other charts here. I mean, this looks still good for bullish. I mean, and as I said, Nas is the new Dow, the old Dow, where they get dirty, and that's pretty dirty, right there. What they did right there is pretty dirty, and that's the reason why I took this trade. So, because if you look at the other assets show that it's still bullish. This little fake exhaustion here, retracing back down, popping back up, nice reaction. This is still in the cards bullish. So, let's look at Dow. Jesus. Oh my God, look at Dow. Bro, this is happening every day? No way. Look at this. Oh, I know the contract's expiring, but in general, that's just way too many gaps. So you should be changing to the new contract tomorrow, which instead of being YMH2024, it should be YM M. All right, M. So as in Mary, and then so yeah, it's time to be switching to that contract. But and that's probably the other reason why they just did that drop, is because the contract's expiring. But let me see here. It's crazy. I have to look at a better look at this one. Let me look at a 1 minute real quick. It's a lot better, obviously. Yeah, I mean, contract's expiring. You need to switch. But so look at this. Look at this. This all happened right now. So that's a perfect reason why to take this buy and hold, because they were just trying to get all rid of the buyers who were in motion to go up for that contract. So that's pretty much that. And then let me see here. Did I mention dollar? So dollar so rebounded yesterday a little bit, and then but it's looking bearish. Dollar is looking definitely bearish. This is pretty low. Could we get support here and bounce up? I don't know long term, but we're still getting towards the over sold. But I mean, this is the RSI has nothing to do with this, to be honest with you. This doesn't look good for so I'm hoping that dollar comes down and we pop up. So let me see here. Is there anything else I wanted to mention? Oh, let me drag this over here. And let's take a look. Yeah, so Nas did not take out that low, and then ES and Dow did, and that was also the reason why I took the trade, by the way. So let's hope for the moon. I don't know what else I can say. So it's pretty dirty. Last moment. And no one is even ready to trade this. I was just getting ready for the video, and I was like, yo, that shit looks like a good opportunity. Again, I hate my entry, I hate the stop loss, but oh well, we'll see what happens. So is there anything else I need to mention? So again, we're looking for this to expand, right? Obviously. So I don't like where the market is kind of. If these lows get taken out, this market's going to be rough. But I don't know. We'll see. At least, is there anything else? I know I always forget something. Not really, dude. And then we got news. So we got news tomorrow. We got PPI, which really ain't shit. But yeah, we'll see what this does, man. So I'm definitely holding this trade. So, and if I was to hold it, obviously above this high, and then after this high would be up here. So we'll see how I manage this trade. All right, you guys take care and God bless.